Yo, it's the Noe and Moe Show. We gonna do it till we can't do it no more, and we featuring a fabulous guest this week.
Yes. She's a Nubian queen, man. She is known for the greatness with flowers and the aura that she gives off to everyone else. You hear me?
Thank you.
Can you say your name?
Yes, I'm Melanie. I am the founder and creator of the Cannabis Doula, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad for you to be here myself.
I'm really excited about this. Like, I want to know
teach
exactly.
you some things.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know exactly what you like. You know, like what you do. First of all, what is a doula?
That's a great question. So a doula is a person who supports women and families during pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum, really during transitional phases in people's lives. So it could be a sex doula. Yes.
I need to buy
doulas who specialize in like pregnancy, postpartum, all these kinds of things. So
Whoa.
I specialize in cannabis. So
what does it mean to be a cannabis doula?
So I support women and families, women and birthing people who use cannabis during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. If you need support with any aspect of cannabis related to wellness, I'm the person.
Okay,
So I provide education, support, helping families locate where to get quality flower from, how to make infusions, teaching them about like the history of cannabis. I have courses, I do consultations, all that good stuff. I teach people how to use it in various ways.
Various ways, like what ways? You gotta give me something. You gotta give me some ways right now. I gotta get something besides the smoking and eating. House.
So like tinctures, topicals, suppositories.
Oh no, you just going on my head now. Now you trying to talk that as the SAT talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I was hoping you
It's
said
so many,
suppositories,
it's
to
so many ways
fuel the
to
conversation.
use it. Yeah.
Yes.
We can definitely get into that.
With that one. The teachers,
Suppositories,
the
yeah.
suppositories. Okay.
You know,
Like they deposit it. How they deposit the weed up?
You supposed it right up your.
Yeah, they go. They putting it up in the. They putting it up in that.
Yeah, woohoo!
For real. They getting anal high. Oh.
So rectal and vaginal suppositories, which is a great way to get medicinal benefits from cannabis. Y'all didn't know that?
I know it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'm ahead. I'm ahead. I'm a connoisseur.
So you can use it rectally.
No,
as well?
I've never.
I don't need to put that in the benefit.
Now, have I ever put a suppository,
Maybe you
a
should try it.
suppository? Huh?
Have you tried it?
I've not tried it. No.
You gonna
Well,
try
try it and let us know what.
Look, I can't put nothing on my booty hole.
So
I can't.
you
I physically
like
can't.
you
It's
about
like
to try.
this.
I think you gonna try that shit on the low.
Well, yeah. Well, how much they cost? You got some?
I don't have any. Well, I have some at home if you want to like.
I mean, it could probably be dropped
I
off
make
in your
my
box or
own,
something.
and you can get some
You
from the
make your own
dispensary.
tree?
Yes, it's very easy.
You make your own tree?
I make my own suppositories.
Suppository. That's the shit that go with me.
Yes,
And you put up in vaginals.
vaginal or rectal.
So your clip be high as a motherfucker? I just want to know. Like,
Well, it depends on how you're using it, what you're using it for. So,
okay.
cannabis actually stimulates all areas of our sexual response. So, if you want to use it as like a lubricant, you can. If you want to use it for like pain relief, you can.
Hey, yeah.
So,
Okay.
what's it
okay.
made out of like
That's
coconut
different right
oil
there.
or something?
You can use a
I
can
imagine it's some kind of oil that is solid at room temperature.
Yeah, coconut butter,
Okay.
not oil.
Coconut butter.
Yeah, coconut butter. Yeah.
That sounds different right there. Okay, so that's how you spice up the bedroom. I know you don't smoke, but I'm
There's so many uses for it. Yeah, definitely in the bedroom though.
Right, and so all right.
Definitely in the bedroom.
Quick question with that situation: would it get in their urine though? If they put it up in there, you know what I mean? They gotta take a urine.
That's a good question. So not necessarily, it won't go in your bloodstream
Okay. All right.
that
Wait,
way.
the
So
cannabis
like,
oil?
I mean, like, so
Not if you put it up in you.
so you can get. It depends on what type of
Flour. Okay.
how much you've been consuming. So if we all have different tolerances, we all consume at different rates, and drug tests test for very specific quantities
exactly.
of
Yep.
THC.
Levels, yep, I mean, look.
So if you're using like a CBD, that will not show up on a drug test, and CBD can actually stimulate the same.
Same exact way.
Yeah.
I'm pro CBD. Everybody should be taking CBD.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Everybody. I say that all the
CBD
time.
water, man, one time.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
Yeah, CBD every day.
But when I
Any
drunk
way
a
that you
little
can
bit
get
of
it.
I was high right then because I don't smoke. So like right when I drunk a little bit of the water, I was like, man, I'm good. I was alright. I was something different, you know. I felt real relaxed.
Yeah, I'm very pro
relax.
CBD.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put my parents on the CBD, my grandparents. My grandma already on it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like she know about it. My parents are a little more reluctant. I feel like, you know, like.
Well, you gotta tell them about how it can spice up their life, you know.
Oh, I'm not telling my parents about weed suppositories, Mo. I'm not ready to have that conversation. And my parents be fucking.
So answer this. So you ain't never walked in
You
on them
know
before?
that though?
Yeah, I mean,
So if you
still,
walked in on them,
nigga,
then,
still.
I just you tell them to help
My
them
parents
out.
are freaks.
Right.
You know, like,
So
dude, all right. But my dad, I bring my girlfriend from Seattle home. Right, we go out to dinner with my dad.
Yeah.
You know, we start having some drinks. My dad's like, he's like, yeah, you know, he's gonna see this anyway. He's like, yeah, you know, I've been, I gotta get Viagra because, you know, I'm gonna use this heart medicine or blood pressure medicine, one of the two, I can't remember. But he's like, yeah, I'm on this medicine and like, you know, my dick don't work, so I had to go out and get Viagra. So he was like, so I was spending all this money on Viagra, which is like disgusting and disturbing to hear. You know what I'm saying? From my dad. with my new girlfriend and my mother sitting right next to him, blushing like she getting dick down at 60-something years old. You know? Right? He's like, I'm spending too much money. So I found his website, from Canada. You dig? And like, he's like, so I'm getting it for a lot cheaper. I'm like, Dad. And he's like, yeah, and so a lot of my friends, they didn't know about it. So I'm like, they just get it from me, you know. So now I don't really gotta pay for the.
Oh, so your friends get it, you take the bill.
He's like, I really gotta pay for the Viagra anymore.
Okay.
So I'm like, Dad, are you selling drugs in your late 60s? Like, are you committing a federal crime by selling pharmaceutical drugs?
I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that. I don't think that that's the case.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. So what? The other way to how you could put it up inside yourself. Well, not even put it up inside, but how else can you treat yourself?
So topicals, skin is our largest organ.
Yes, exactly. Skin,
right.
exactly.
So topicals, lotions, butters, creams,
See, now I
salves.
understand what topicals is. See, when you first using the term,
I know. So I break it down, right?
Yeah.
So topicals is anything you can put on top of your skin.
Okay. And then,
so many options.
Right, and so then your body has like a body high.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily.
Oh, you able to be, yeah. I'm like, oh shit.
It does relax you and soothe you, but it can't get you high.
No.
Oh.
So if you use like a lotion, don't expect to be high in like 10 minutes.
Okay, 20.
So it goes. The great thing about topicals, it stays on your skin and goes where it needs to go. So you're putting it where it needs to go. So if you have like back pain, you can put a salve there and it goes to that location. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Works.
It doesn't necessarily need to go to your bloodstream to work. It stays right on your skin. So that's the benefit of topicals.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's so many options like I mentioned, but you can also do bath soaks and things like that. So plenty of options.
Okay, so with the bath soap, it goes to where it need to go to, just like so. That's a topical, basically, right? That's a topical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got the topicals.
Topicals, yes. Tinctures.
Now say it again.
Tinctures. You never heard of tinctures?
Nah.
Herbal tinctures.
Yeah, it's like an alcohol extraction. Right?
Yeah. So with cannabis, you can use coconut oil to extract a fat to extract those medicinal benefits. So you can use a coconut oil for a tincture.
Okay.
So for someone who doesn't want to use the alcohol tincture, maybe it might not want to consume alcohol, or maybe it might be too harsh.
Right.
You can use cannabis.
Okay.
Coconut oil tincture. Yeah, take a few drops under your tongue. throughout the day. Yeah.
Or put it in a capsule.
Or you could put it in your tea. You could put it in your food.
What?
You put it in a capsule. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so basically it's like the extracted cannabis, like, okay, all right, cool, like the
Yep.
liquid
You're
form.
extracting the medicinal benefits in the oil.
'Cause I
Right,
remember one time I had the daggone the juice, so it's like the juice, right? Yeah, and that got me. I ain't even going to bar. I had to go home. I had to go home.
So, if I'm not mistaken, cannabis is not water soluble. Is that correct?
No, right. Correct.
And so
It's
you can only
fat
extract
soluble.
it with fats or
Alcohol.
alcohol, right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's
So
only a
that
matter of
makes.
time before there's like a real deal cannabis like liquor, like cannabis vodka.
Yeah, they
You get
infuse wine with cannabis all the time. Definitely a thing now.
For real.
Yes. You can do so many things. That's why it's so great with food and edibles. It's a whole market for edibles because it's really great for cooking.
So I asked you this question right here. Seriously, you said he brought this right there to my head. So like when people, because I know like chefs that make, you know what I'm saying, food, lobster with it, and all this other type of foods with this.
Yes.
So at the sense of matter, like I done had an edible before, and I remember me and my friend we down there ordered half the menu. Okay, like really, I literally ordered one half, she ordered the other half, and I had like this like maybe like 3 or 4 popcorns, and I was hungry as hell. Now if you eating food that's infused with it, because this was snacks, are you still hungry as hell?
It's like Chinese food.
You still are.
Yeah, I mean, it depends
20
on what
minutes
you're
later, you're
eating.
hungry.
Like if they infuse like the lobster and mac and cheese and all that, like, the whole dinner was this.
Well, it does kind of, depending on what type of cannabis is infused in the food, it can stimulate your appetite.
and make you eat all of it, and just keep
It
eating.
make you want to eat. Yeah. Which is
Thank
kind of
you,
a benefit
man.
to consuming. Like if you have issues like
Oh,
actually
it's just
eating,
Okay,
it can stimulate, and some strains can actually suppress your appetite as well.
Yeah,
So-
I think my man was.
I've never met that. I've never met that one.
Nah, 'cause
Really?
No, which strain is that suppresses?
I mean, it
It's
depends
cannabis. It
on
was
like
weed.
the
It was called the
cannabinoid.
He's got
Weed.
every time I get high.
Man, hold on.
Really?
I
That's
mean,
good.
something.
Like
Yeah.
250 to like 175. I said, nigga, what the fuck you do? I just smoke weed. I said, what the fuck?
Dude, that's all you gotta do.
All
If
you
you're hungry,
did-
if you're not hungry, smoke some weed.
All you
You'll be
did was
hungry.
smoke weed and eat cereal every day. And he lost weight, so I guess that was the plan. I don't know. It wasn't the Subway. It was,
Yeah.
um,
It also depends on the quality of your flour.
okay,
So
right. So-
that's a whole other thing that I teach about because that's
Yeah.
like really, really important. So
Right.
if you are expecting to get like medicinal benefits, you gotta have like quality flour.
Well, let me ask you this, because I'm a cannabis consumer.
Yes.
Where do you get your flour from? I mean, you don't have to name a name, but like, what?
Yeah, we're not gonna get too detailed.
Well, I'm not asking for a dude's address or nothing like. I'm asking if it's like you get it from a medical place. Do you get it from like a commercial place, or is it street level? Or do you have somebody that grows for you? Or I mean, I'm not asking if you grow. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to grow. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's legal in DC. You can do it.
Yeah. So I get I'm a medical cannabis patient, so I get my weed in Maryland, actually.
Okay.
So that's where I find
how is the weed in
quality.
Maryland?
I find it better than DC, actually.
Man.
Oh,
So
shit,
when
I
I
know
smoke
about
weed in
Talking to my man
DC,
about that
honestly,
shit.
I'm coughing. It's just not
Yes.
up to par. So I go
I-
out to
I agree.
Maryland.
What strains do you, for yourself, do you like to use?
Mai Tai. I can roll some Mai Tai.
Mai Tai, that's it.
Just get some
I
time.
have
So yours
other
is-
strains.
okay.
I would've
I
made-
go to the same grower. I'm not gonna lie. I go to the same cultivator. I'm very loyal.
You have a cultivator.
They
You
know
don't go to a
me.
shop. Yes, that's where I'm at. That's where I was at in Seattle, man.
And if I can't get to them,
Weed out here is
then I'm
terrible.
buying from
Guys, the weed out here is
someone
terrible.
who has their flower.
Right.
Like
Okay,
I'm loyal
okay,
to
okay,
their flower.
okay.
Like
So, all right, so answer this one. Is it like, you know, is it, I don't know, like the indica sativa or hybrid? What is it?
I like to consume more indicas. I'm used to like the sedation kind of. I'm used to that.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like it works well for me.
Okay.
But not too. I can't be too sedated. Obviously, I'm not trying to be like on the couch
right.
like all day. So
Right. Okay,
Right.
So you just like to just be
And,
chill shit. Like,
I'm kind of curious though, because with a name like My Time, I would think the influence of Thai.
Yeah,
and
my Thai is
sativa
more like a hybrid,
is a hybrid. Okay.
more
'Cause
sativa leaning.
it's
Yeah.
definitely got some Thai.
oh,
in it,
okay,
right?
so it got to see what's up in it. Okay,
I like to
alright.
consume a variety, so
Nah,
my base is like the sedating strains, but I do kind of. I call it flirt with the other side as
Right,
well.
right,
Like I
'cause
need the balance.
That's what I'm saying. Cause I can see it. One thing I was noticing is like, cause my cousins that smoke, like they will buy from multiple motherfuckers. Because
Yeah.
They're like, nah, I ain't trying to keep smoking the same shit, son. I need another flavor. I'd be like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I do get
I
that
think
a
it's
lot.
very difficult to find sativa in Seattle, in DC. I feel like in DC it's very much an indica town, indica-based hybrids.
Yeah, the indicas sell out
what do
really
you know?
fast.
Are you talking about the street dealers?
I'm talking about street dealers,
Yeah,
and I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
street
commercial
dealers.
dealers.
Yeah.
Now, when I first moved here, I still had my medical license from Seattle, and they had a bevy of different types of strains, whether they be indica, hybrids, or sativas. But at the commercial places here and on the street level, it's indica hybrids or indicas. And I don't even really see a lot of true indicas out here on the streets anymore.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Not
yeah.
at all. And I miss those because that's what I used to go to sleep,
Yeah.
And not just that, I feel like some of the indicas, they have this very, like, kind of sedating, focusing kind of thing about them that helps with my ADD. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I'm so relaxed that I can focus and I can, like, block everything else out. Where I used to, when I was younger, try to take sativas for that same thing. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I feel like they just kind of spun me out in a different way. Where now, like, if I really need to focus, if I get like a Hindu Kush, you know what I'm saying, or like a Master Kush, something that's very like 100% indica driven.
Alright, what the fuck is a hand doing a mask?
Well, all right, so all the Kushes,
Is that a name?
yeah, all the Kushes come from like the Hindu Kush mountains in Afghanistan, Pakistan. You dig?
Nah, my nigga Tonyo make that shit. You talk about so. Well, fucking all of it come from the Hindus of the mountains of Pakistan.
Originally, the seeds come from that area. You know what I'm
The
saying?
seeds.
And that's the root of indica strains.
Okay, I got fact check. Is that real?
It really is.
Alright,
So when I'm teaching about cannabis, I teach from like, we call it the broad snare leaf spectrum.
Okay.
So all cannabis plants that we're consuming are hybrids. So everything has been bred together, hybridized, and all this stuff. Most breeders breed to get a high quantity of THC. So we put it on a spectrum of all, like, on one side we have the sedating plants, and then on the other side we have like the stimulating plants.
Yeah, I like
So
to stimulate. Keep going.
it kind of helps to put it on this spectrum so you know exactly what you're consuming. So when I'm consuming, or when I'm looking for a plant, I know I'm looking for like a sedating plant. So you can go beyond like the strain names, because a lot of folks be trying to get you on the strain names.
That's what I'm saying. They be like the African butt.
Everything I feel like is Skittles or runs.
Yeah, they be trying to get you on the strain names,
come on,
but like,
or cake.
yeah,
See, I know
a lot of
all
folks be
that
trying to
stuff,
get
man.
over on us.
I heard about it. I heard about how y'all be going, y'all getting it. And shit. For real. There be some names out that motherfucker. I don't know them right now.
Yeah, but there's a couple that are like, to me, like, as a cannabis consumer and connoisseur, I like to think I'm a connoisseur. I put in my 10,000 hours. Like I feel like I'm an expert at this point.
Nigga, you passed 10,000 hours.
Yeah, I passed 10,000 hours a long time ago. But there's certain strains that like stand out to me as far as like flavor, like when you taste Girl Scout cookies.
Yes,
When
my
you taste.
favorite.
About the platinum Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, no. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. Now, can I pick platinum out? No, but I can usually pick out like Girl Scout cookies if I taste it, or like Blue Dream.
Yeah,
Blueberry.
That sounds like an acid blue dream.
Have you ever had blue cheese?
Blue cheese is delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Yes,
it's blueberry
it's
versus
so great.
skunk number one.
All type of blues. Huh?
Yeah. It's
The indicas are really hard to find, but they're so great. I think that's why they're hard to find because people be buying them up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like most people want an indica high. Like sativa is a very specific high. I feel like when you're trying to you need that clean the house weed.
Yeah, that's the one.
You know what I'm saying? Clean the house weed. When you need that I'm gonna go hiking kind of weed.
Meditation,
you know
yoga. That's what I usually say
it's
for
like
that.
it's like an active.
So sativa for meditation, not the indica.
I also think indica is for meditation,
Yeah.
but I think it's a different type of meditation.
Mhm.
You know, it's like when you're trying to relax your body, where indica is trying to stimulate. I mean, sativa is trying to stimulate your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's something to be said about both, and that's why it's medicinal. You know, because you need it for different shit. You know what I'm saying? You might need to get to that point in your psyche, your soul, to have it stimulate those chakras or whatever.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Oh, I'm high now. Now I'm talking about
Now we
chakras.
stimulate the chakras.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't know that. Okay, so now we stimulate the chakras. I ain't know that. Okay, that's definitely right there. That's something different. So answer this one right here, right? So as far as the women, they come to you, right? So explain one thing. What is a doula?
So a doula, yeah, we talked
Doula,
about it. So
yeah,
like
what's
a
a
doula,
doula? What
we
is it?
support women during pregnancy, birth, postpartum,
Right.
during various
Right.
transitions.
So that's exactly what a doula is. Okay,
Yeah.
so now,
So we don't provide medical care.
Right.
We're not physicians. We
Right.
just provide education, physical support,
Right.
spiritual support. So birth is like a spiritual
so you
process.
right there. You
so.
be there when they going.
Yeah, so supporting them through that, helping them with comfort measures, making sure they're relaxed, making sure they know their choices, talking
Right.
to their doctors, helping them advocate for themselves.
How many babies you have delivered?
About 10 or so now.
Oh wow.
In person, but virtually a lot more.
They was doing
Virtually?
Zoom joints.
Yeah, so because of COVID, we weren't allowed to be physically in the hospital. So a lot of
Right.
us
Oh,
had
my
to
God.
shift virtually. But I've been
Right.
doing virtual support
Right.
prior to COVID
Yeah, okay.
because
yeah.
of the cannabis education.
Hey,
so
y'all hear that, right? She do it virtually all
yes,
over.
so anywhere. So
Okay.
you could be in DC.
Yeah.
I can support you in person, but
Yeah.
So how do people get in contact
virtually,
with
I'm
you?
the one, huh?
How do people get in contact with you?
My website, thecannabisdoula.com. I have consultations where women come talk to me about their cannabis consumption, talk to me about their pregnancy, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And I take a lot of virtual clients. And I'm training doulas. So I have doulas who I'm training,
Okay.
yes, all over.
If anybody wants to be a doula out there, and
know,
I mean,
So I
Cannabis.
train.
hey, look,
I train doulas in cannabis specifically. So
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
training doulas to be a doula. You have
Okay.
to already be a doula.
but I mean, with the end of Roe versus
Cannabis.
Wade, I mean, there's gonna be a lot more babies born. Sounds like
You about to be
booming. Swamped.
You about to be baby cannabis booming.
We'll
What
see.
was the name of your last baby that you doulaed for?
What was his name? I can't remember his name at the
Oh, you don't gotta be the last one. You can
No,
just
I
name
can't.
one.
I can't tell his name because I do really.
No, okay, don't
strict
do the last name.
confidential.
Or don't do the last name.
Confidential. So
Like-
Can you do the first and middle name though?
His name started with R.
That's good.
So I'll
say
that.
Reginald.
So I asked this,
Ronell.
like, do you be telling them spread your legs a lot more and puff a little harder? Is that what you telling them?
No, so not all my clients use cannabis in that way.
Oh.
So cannabis is unique to all people, all women, birthing people. So not all women use it smoking during birth.
Yeah.
So it could be
So they be
topicals. It could
smoking why they be pushing out? They be like,
Push.
not necessarily.
Push and push.
It don't look like that.
oh, all right, okay, all right. I just want to know. He be like,
It's more of a medicinal way.
Can I say?
I'm 9 meters open.
Can I say that cushion push is not a bad
That is really
method?
nice,
I think
yeah.
that's.
All right, that's cool. That's all
I'm
right.
nobody-
really
if
strict
nobody
on
trademark that,
keeping my
cushion push.
clients confidential because not everyone is out of the closet, and cannabis is still federally legal and all that.
All right, okay, I got what you mean about the closet. I'm about to say, ain't no niggas having.
So
no
I can't
babies.
do like the birth announcements and all that kind of stuff because I don't want to.
Nah, you just be like this. You know what I'm saying? You keep on getting that money word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Yes, word of mouth. So if you know someone who's using cannabis during pregnancy and they can use the educate, because I get a lot of dads coming to me, to be honest, like
because they getting stressed out.
Yeah, they be like, hey, my girl is
weed,
using
dog.
cannabis. Like, I need to know if it's safe. Like, so I have a lot of dads.
They be using it for themselves.
They're like, look,
and they do be smoking in the house.
Smoking in the car, bro. I've been smoking in the carport.
I ain't got to deal with.
Please come talk to my wife and tell her it's okay. You know?
Yeah, that too. They be smoking in the house. They want to know if it's safe for her to be around. So,
so
it's a family thing. That's why I say family education.
Answer this one for me. This give me that because I don't want to get too in depth with it, but consultation, like you know what I'm saying. This to get like this for that part. How much do you charge for that?
$85.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I feel like it's a little bit more than the eighth is what I charge.
So that's not affordable.
You know what I'm saying? That's good. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand, you know.
Yeah, I feel like it's really affordable. I have consultation levels, so we could do virtual or could we do over the phone, 30 minutes or an hour. So it depends on like the level. Yeah, and I have classes too, so.
Right, yeah, you got it, because you training. You
training,
you know what I'm saying, on both ends, for real, you know. So I was a doer. I was a doer. Yeah, I was a doer. You know what I'm saying? I used to do the weed, but I don't do it no more. Just trying, you know.
Yeah, I don't smoke weed anymore, but I don't smoke it any less either. So there's that.
Well, so I just was trying to make sure everybody educated. Now, I want you to repeat the email one more time.
TheCannabisDoula.com.
TheCannabisDoula.com.
DOULA. ULA. Yes, and I'm on Instagram too, so you can follow me at the Cannabis Doula.
The Cannabis Doula.
I mean, shoot, give your cash app while we're at it.
At the little $, the Cannabis Doula. We are. So let me say this
for research
too.
And development.
Yeah, so we're a 501c3 nonprofit actually here in DC. So if you want to donate,
she ain't gotta pay taxes on it.
Yes, you can get that money back. So yeah, definitely go to the website, donate. We have a donation thing, schedule a consultation, take a course.
Take a course. Hey, listen, I was about to take 5 of them. Okay. It ain't work out for me. I was too high at the time. When I walked in the door, I was saying I don't smoke.
I think you'd be a great doula, Mo. Honestly, I think you'd be a fantastic
like doulas for dads and stuff.
Doulas for dads.
There's male doulas as well.
Wait.
They're like awesome.
I'm looking for a new career.
I think I might do that.
Yeah,
that's probably the new.
I mean,
what is it? Wait,
let me tell y'all something.
What is it? All right.
So
look.
there's this like.
What? I feel like I've already done half the research. What does a male cannabis doula do?
No, I'm talking about a cannabis doula, but like male doulas in general.
Okay, what do they do?
The same thing that women do. Supporting women and birthing people during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum specifically.
I think that for real, I ain't gonna lie. I think my cousin, I ain't gonna say his name, but I think he needed a male doula because his girl was running that nigga through the wall, man.
Everybody needs a doula. Like seriously.
Everything that she had planned for him, he wasn't ready for it, man.
I feel like a male doula does stuff like, I left you a shot on top of the refrigerator. You know, like hey, there's a joint out by the mailbox. You know, like
that don't no. I think the male doula would be like, yeah, dog, I know what you're going on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think it'd be something more like that than I just left you a blunt. Like we gotta talk because I'm gonna pay I'm gonna charge by the minute. So
that's so insane.
As much what?
No, but they really do are helpful. So like this whole maternal mortality thing with black women dying. So having a male there is more protection. It's more support.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, so
males, black men, y'all need to stand these women's lives, man. Really, doulas and all, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so having a partner there really increases the health of the mother. So
yeah, I believe it.
I was there for my son, boy. Man, I was right there. I was holding her leg out. Mama came out that joke too. I was like, that's my son, boy. Look at him.
I was straight pass out. I'm pretty sure. If I saw
Then
the
you
creation,
should hire a
like,
doula then.
I almost passed out. And like, Do the Right Thing is the closest. No, not Do the Right Thing. Jungle Fever. Jungle Fever, like it's like it's pretty. They have some graphic shit in there. Just for like a second, and I felt like I was about to pass out. I was like, oh my god. I would totally pass out. I would need smelling salts.
That was a really quick second.
Huh?
That
It
was
was
a
like a
quick
flash.
second.
And I already felt
I was
woozy.
excited. I ain't gonna lie. Like you be looking at the chart jump up and be like, boom, oh God, I knew that hurt, baby. I know it hurt, baby. Like, shut up. You like, I'm just trying to help you out, you know. You see the contractions go on the little.
I'm hitting the floor. I'm straight hitting the floor.
That's why you need to hire a doula, because we
To hold
make
me
births
up,
more
right.
pleasant.
See?
You know, pain free and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
depending on the skill of doula. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you the skill. My skill gonna be great. My skill gonna be great. Shot. Depend on the skill.
Yes.
I thought I was gonna be a good doula, male doula, but now I feel like I'm
you
just gonna
should
pass
really
out.
do
I'm gonna pass
it.
out. I'm gonna pass out.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
Knowing to pass out.
It really
Man,
is
I ain't
beautiful.
going
Like
to
you'll
you.
probably cry. Like it's an emotional.
I'm gonna cry and pass out.
experience. Like
I'm
every
gonna cry
time.
because when I hit my head on the floor,
My
it hurts so bad.
Yeah. My eyes watered up. When
A
the
lot
shit came out,
of
though, I ain't
dudes
gonna
do
lie.
pass out.
No, I ain't passed out, but I did just tee up. You know what I'm saying? My son's coming out. But I ain't no tear drop out though. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to be gangster. But I ain't crying.
Was it a C-section?
No, she squirted that nigga out.
Yeah, I would have cried too. It's like
It's
so
like, at that point,
hard.
like, it's like I ain't gonna lie to you, right
to
at that
say
point
goodbye
when you see
to
that
my
your son
fear.
about to come out and you see how much she pushing and you like it's like y'all in it together, like kind of
Yeah,
so like yeah.
for sure.
And then and he come out, I was like, boy, you gonna be something special. That's all I thought in my head, man. You know, man. You know, I ain't
That's
gonna.
good.
I
I think it's really good for people to like share their birth stories and like. Do y'all know your birth stories? Like, did y'all talk to
I was
your mom?
born in a
Alright, so
hurricane.
I'm gonna give you this one. My little brother's a little more bursting, so I came out and I bit the doc on the finger. And so he was like, he had to smack me in the ass and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga ready to go. And that was it. And then another thing, like, cause I got a bullet head, so my mother ain't need no stitches when I came out. I just came out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, the same day she was ready to go home. Now when she had my brother, what I will say is she had 15 stitches with that nigga head. You know what I mean? She was like, she was on bed rest for a minute, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I give you that one. That was real.
I was born in a hurricane
Really?
down New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah.
Wow.
And my grandparents, I'm from Louisiana, so they're like my grandfather, and I'm on my daddy's side, and my grandmother on my mother's side. They're like first cousins, dog. Like straight up. Like I'm my own self cousin. You know what I'm saying? No, I honestly, I got like 6 toes on this foot. Hold on. No, I don't actually. I don't actually have 6 toes on that foot. But so anyway, there.
Something poking out extra on your shoe.
Yeah, I know. No, I got flat feet. They're really flat, and probably because of this reason. But yeah, they're like cousins, and so they live on the same block. Both my grandparents, like my parents were like high school sweethearts. You know, like they only lived like 7 houses away from each other growing up.
And they were cousins.
Yeah, they were cousins, man. My parents were like third cousins, man. But I'm all right. I think I'm all right. Anyway, so for the when I was born, they all got in one car because it was like a hurricane, and they drove up together in like the crashing rain and wind and stuff over the twin span, going from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. It's over the bayou. Yeah.
It was like a family reunion.
It was a family thing. Yeah, it was a family reunion. But look, some people got a family tree. Nigga, I got a family like bush.
You got a family circle, nigga.
I got a family bush. I got like a tumbleweed. You know?
I like how
I'm like, it's my aunt and my cousin.
You know what's crazy? I like how you just went from not saying like where you like you wasn't born in a hurricane to talk about something. Yeah, my family was all fucking each other. Like, it was
yeah, we did. Hey, it was a small community down there in South Louisiana. That's what it is.
You gotta tell us, man. Where was you born? What's your story?
So man, I was born at Cook County Hospital.
That's it. It wasn't nothing special.
So no, it wasn't. My mom, she said I was born in less than 30 minutes.
You was a
But I was
first
born
or
in
what?
like a maternity ward. Like, I don't know if this was like the norm back then for like
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
the county hospitals.
Yeah, I'm trying
like,
to figure that out.
but she explained to me like women was all in just one big ass room giving birth, and they had like sheets separating them. She heard women
Yeah.
screaming,
That's the
and
thing.
but she says she, she was in in labor for like 30 minutes, had me, and that was it.
That sound crazy. That sound like he was born like in like the 60s and shit.
yeah,
like
that's
old
crazy, right?
Yeah. So you the oldest or what?
I'm the third. I'm the middle. The third out of 4.
Okay.
So
okay,
I was the only child that she breastfed though. So
That's
I'm
good.
thankful
That's
for
why
that.
you got.
Yeah.
I see it.
I
see
feel
it.
it. I
You
feel
got that
it.
glow.
And I be
You got that
reminding her
breastfed glow.
too. Like
You got a titty mug glow about you.
That's
I be
what
telling her that too.
Yeah, all that money be shining. coming
Yeah,
out, right?
but so on my birthday, I usually call my mom like, like this our birthday, like we did this together. So it's really an important thing. Like I feel like you should honor your mom on your birthday too.
Yes. Yeah, because you don't do shit for your birthday except to survive another year. That's like
Yeah,
the lowest common
your
denominator.
mom worked. She did that.
You know what?
Yeah,
You
isn't
know
that the
what?
lowest
That was
common
a great
denominator?
thing right there.
Yeah,
to
so
survive
next,
another
on your
year?
next birthday, you just be
Who's
like,
not doing
Mom,
that?
like,
Oh, dead
thank you
people?
for giving birth to me today. You did the damn thing.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, she
That
was
is
like,
the thing to
oh my
do.
God. So every year, Mom be like, oh my God. And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that.
No, you put absolutely no work into.
Absolutely not.
Like you made it. Okay, 365 more days. Yeah, no, your mama did some real work.
Yeah, she did all the work.
Yeah.
Your dad did a little work too. I mean,
He just brushed off.
hopefully he did
If
some
he
work.
was there
Hopefully he
at
did
the
some
time,
work.
Yeah. Because a lot of dads weren't allowed in the birthing room at that.
Oh, that
back
was my
in the
day.
Yeah.
Look, you can still smoke in the hospitals. When I was
Yeah.
born. I was born in 1977. Let me tell you something. They still had a room
That's
where all the
crazy.
dads would sit and they would smoke
I can
cigarettes.
imagine- yeah,
and they
I've
had
heard about
flasks.
that.
You know what I'm saying? And like
And they be like, "Is she
they had
there yet?"
cigars.
That's so cool.
That's
And they pass out cigars. Like if you was about your shit and you just had, especially if you had a boy down in like South Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a big thing. And because we still in the Napoleonic law where you gotta pass everything down to like the oldest boy kind of shit. Anyway, if you had a boy and you was about your shit, you had cigars for the whole room. You know what I'm saying? Like you came through with the box and you was like, bam. Like, yo, I just had a boy. They were like, yeah. They give you a cigar and shit. Yo.
Because you still smoke it even if you was in there and you was having a girl.
Yeah, you can still smoke it too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was like, if you knew you was having a boy, that was like a big deal back in the day. Especially because you didn't have to pay for that wedding.
Yeah.
The next wedding you did, they'd be like, all right, shit, I can afford these cigars
I be thinking
now.
about all of that. Like I can never I purposely can't have a girl.
You purposefully can't have a girl?
I hate that.
Wait,
I
you
hate
shoot
when
to the
dudes
left?
say
How does that work?
And I hate when
Dudes
dudes,
say
you
that.
see them at the gender reveals, and they just be so pissed off that they having a girl.
Women
How do you
That
feel
shit-
about-
too?
Yeah, I've seen that too, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
really
go
sad. I
crazy.
hate to see it.
What do you
I'm
feel? How do you feel about
not-
gender reveals?
I personally wouldn't do one,
I wouldn't either.
but I understand that people do the celebration. I like my last baby. I didn't know his gender until I had him.
I think that's super cool.
It
Like
was
that's old
incredible.
school.
Like
yeah.
even talking about it, it's just like
It's like a
incredible.
drum
I need to
roll.
know.
It's a boy.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
you
Like
know?
we gotta think about me personally. I think about finances. So at the same matter,
You gotta
know what
start
I'm saying?
saving?
Like no, it's saving, but at the same matter, like when I'm buying everything, people like, what you having? Buy this, buy
Right.
that. I know exactly. So
So,
you know what I mean?
you know, originally,
yeah.
pink was a boy color, and then it switched at some point.
Tell me the history of this.
No, this is real. This is real shit.
I'm
Pink used to
asking
be,
you.
huh?
I'm asking you for a reason. I want to know.
I don't know the fucking reason. I think it's just because it wasn't ever
I think
associated
any
with
child
boys.
can wear any color. Like it doesn't matter what you get the baby. Just get the baby a gift.
I'm
like,
just saying, cause I don't.
They
I ain't
can,
gonna
a
do
girl
that.
can still wear boy hand me down.
I mean, no, that ain't right. But it just, think it ain't right. Like it ain't no. Cause like think about it. You got a whole boy and he wearing pink. Cause like sometimes
I'm
boys be
wearing
looking,
pink.
but sometimes boys be looking like girls when they baby. Sometimes,
Uh-huh.
so you be like, oh, that's a cute little girl. They're like, it's a boy.
This is a
Named
cute
Tommy.
little boy.
You be like, dang.
So I'm wearing pink. I think that's fine.
I will say that my boys get mistaken for girls every single day we out.
For real.
So
And they dress like boys. I dress them in button ups. They like to wear buttons and collar shirt. Don't they look like boys to you? Yeah, but people be like, "Oh, the cute, beautiful ladies," and I be like, "They're boys."
Wait, do they think you have babies that are like they're dressed in boy clothes? They think you have stud babies?
Yes.
What type of people?
No, they be black.
I ain't even say that, but all right, cool.
No, they be black,
So
like women, men too. Like
they think you dress
the
your
men.
kids like studs.
I guess, cause they dress
Fascinating.
like they dress like boys, like.
Yeah, like young men. Yeah, I don't
They be like, "Hey, ladies,
Are they cute or
beautiful
handsome?
little girls."
We talked about this earlier before the cameras were rolling. Are they cute or handsome?
They're both.
They're both. Yes,
I will
like
say that they're really cute.
They're really I can't.
They're really
Yeah.
cute. They have like big fros and a lot of hair, so
Oh my God, yeah.
that's why I had to
All
move.
right, you have to show me some pictures later.
Yeah,
I love big froze on babies.
they're really cute, and I feel like little children should have big fros. and
Yes,
stuff like
normalize
that.
big froze on
braids
babies.
and all that
Braids,
kind of stuff. It's
yes.
part of our culture.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah, that's
You shouldn't cut your kids' hair too young,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to let it grow out.
That's how you push their line back.
If
you
you
dig?
do, if you do cut their head, it's don't give no lineup. Just
Yeah,
cut. That's
not
it.
across the
You
top.
know what I mean? You don't need no lineup.
Yeah.
You know?
And let's stop perming these young babies, dude. Let's stop giving perms to young black women. You know, early. You know, at some point,
They
if you
giving-
gotta do it, if you want to do it, I'm not perm
They giving
shaming.
young women perm?
Yeah, early.
I didn't know that, but
I didn't either.
Oh, in my day, for sure. Like I said, I'm 45, so the 80s. I mean, back when people were still getting like Jerry curls and shit, there was a lot of like black hair shame. I feel like,
it is.
you know.
I mean, I think like it's getting back right now, like it's
No,
back
for
in
sure.
the 70s when it, you know what I'm saying?
I've
When
never
it's
lived
like
anywhere-
So, even though I wasn't born in the 70s or know about it, but just looking at, you know, back then, like they was about that natural, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so I just feel like we kind of like getting back into that
right.
wave a little bit of consciousness and want to go for it, you know what I mean?
I've never lived anywhere like DC where so many people have like dreadlocks, including black women, and I think it's a beautiful thing. You know, like to see that over, you know, some of the other hairstyles. Like I just think I think it's a really sexy thing that I didn't grow up with in New Orleans or
Yeah.
Baton Rouge, or even I didn't see in Seattle at all.
But you know what's crazy
Yeah.
with that? Not to cut you off on that type of part, but the thing is, like when I travel and go to other states, and at the time when I was young and I did have dreads and I was in high school
Mhm.
and everything like that, like you know it'd be funny because like for instance you're in New York, right? They'd be like, are you fucking Jamaican? And I'd be like, nah, nigga, like I'm black, I'm from DC, you know what I'm saying? You know, or like you go somewhere like they assume that you're some type of Caribbean person
Right.
because you got dreads in your head. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? We like, nah, this is style. This how I rock it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how stereotypical we all are on people.
Oh yeah, dude. When I first got the first time I had locks, it was probably 2000. Yeah, like 2000, 2001, and I must have been like 21, 22. And I didn't know anybody with locks that wasn't Jamaican or Rastafarian in New Orleans. Like honestly, like it was before like the whole like Lil Wayne. Like, I feel like Lil Wayne really like blew dreadlocks up in the culture, you know. But yeah, like I moved to back to Baton Rouge because at the time my fiance was getting her master's, and I had to cut. Honestly, I had to cut them because every time I went out, somebody was trying to either sell me weed or buy me or buy weed from me. And like I'm with my mom, I'm walking into like a 7-Eleven, and this guy's like, he's like, "Hey Ross, hey Dre, like, you got some weed?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm with my mama, man," you know. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely more normalized now, and it's a good thing. I think it's a beautiful thing for black hair.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I remember moving from here from Chicago. I'd never seen so many black people with locks in my life, and I was like, "Wow, you can actually go to work with your hair like that?"
Mm-hmm.
Because in Chicago, it's like, no, you gotta cut your hair. Like,
Yeah, the
so,
place I
yeah,
worked
it
in
was
Seattle,
empowering
they
coming
wouldn't
out
let
here.
me grow dreadlocks.
Yeah.
So in like in protest, I grew like a huge afro. Like it was like ridiculous. It was like bigger than my shoulders, you know. And I was like,
Did you had to pick it or comb it?
I had to pick it.
Oh, okay.
No, my afro stands. I know you don't know me before. My hair.
Know how your
We were talking about hair. We were talking about like 3. You know, my hair is like a 3B, 3C.
No, it's not. It's a 1.
No, it's not a 1 nothing. No,
it's 1.5.
that's like Taylor Swift.
It's probably like a 2C.
No.
Curl on the side.
I think it's more like a 3B. All right, I'm trying to represent a 3B over here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, what's up? You know.
Right. So, at the same time, with your fro that you was picking,
I was picking out. I had a pick on me,
Right.
and I had the big ring.
Was you on the right on, brother?
Yeah, but
You had it right on. No, did you have on the right on? Like
I
was
did.
your afro the right on, brother Jones?
Oh,
Or was it like you all right, brother?
No. My fro was like
It was right on. Was it?
my fro was like solid. It looked like this. You know, it was like you know, it was even. I lived with my barber at the time.
Yeah, I got you.
I lived with my barber.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so like,
was when you were walking, was your hair bouncing and shit?
oh
like,
yeah,
your afro was bouncing, right?
Yeah, my afro was bouncing. It was like I was like undercover
my afro
brother.
never bounced.
Well, yeah, I know.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
believe it. You should have more.
It was solid. Right on.
Yeah.
I had it right on.
All right, one more. I got a little lean to it. Lean with a rock with it. You know. Yeah.
Man.
I'm from Louisiana. If people don't know, that's where I'm from. And
So that means that's
we got soft ass afros out there. You dig?
Oh, okay.
You
I
know.
don't want to hear the Noyas ain't got it like that.
Huh?
I
I need to go out to Louisiana.
You do.
I've been like, I have doulas that I'm training out there. Clients that like come to see me from out there.
She's worldwide.
Worldwide.
Okay, worldwide. Really?
Yes, I know the cannabis culture is there. So
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So New Orleans was one of the first places where like you could bring weed into the country because they were growing in like Jamaica and like different parts of Central and South America, Mexico, and it was coming up. Yeah, it was coming up through the ports.
Hold on, the first spot that you can bring it into, or that they was just bringing it in.
No, they were bringing it in. No, they were bootlegging it in through. Okay. But it was really before it was illegal. You know what I'm saying? Back when like when they first made it illegal, like Harry Anslinger, it was like the FBI guy or something. And he's like, he made like the what do you call it? Reefer Madness.
Yeah, this whole propaganda campaign.
And it was the reason why they made weed illegal is because black people were smoking it and growing it.
Yeah.
And importing it through mostly the port of New Orleans and through like jazz. It was spreading up into the KC, Chicago, Memphis, New York. You know what I'm saying? And it was like it was part of the culture. Like just like weed is part of hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? Like weed was part of jazz culture until they arrested everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like Thelonious Monk, they threw him in jail. Miles Davis, they threw him in jail.
They put everything that the black people doing. And they go ahead and try to find a way to make that shit illegal and shit.
Well, yeah, you gotta make it illegal first so you can make money off of it. You dig? Yeah. Otherwise, it's just something you grow in your backyard. They had to keep weed out of people's backyards for so many generations that you felt like you had to buy it at a store. You don't. You can grow that shit right at home. True. In a closet or in your backyard. It's free. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it grows like a weed. That's why they call it weed.
Wasn't at the time then, like a president's daughter or something started smoking that shit?
I'm sure every president's daughter smoked. You ain't gonna get caught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit just, look, if you're a president's daughter, look, if you white, some shit is just legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, cocaine been legal for white people for the last 40 years. Am I wrong? You know what I'm saying?
But you know why they made it illegal, right? Because basically, for real, it was a factory. They used to actually use coke to keep people up and work overnight shifts.
Oh my god, I wish I could do that at my restaurant I work at.
Factory. I can't think exactly where it was at, but it was in a factory where it was a black guy. He was a black guy who was housed the coke, and he went over, tripped out, and they took like 8 bullets for him to get that when they shot him. Go down.
Was he fat?
It was a big motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean he's got to be huge.
I mean, hey, he was.
I'm taking maybe 3
coke,
bullets
man,
tops,
you know what I'm saying? So it ain't saying.
and I'm going down. It could be in my legs too. I'm probably gonna die from that.
But he used to hand the coke out to the factory workers.
Yeah, but man, if I had a factory, if I had a factory and cocaine was like readily available and cheap, I would love to give my. I mean, if you're a capitalist, I'm not necessarily a capitalist, but like if I was, I would love to give my workers cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga went his people like
Terrible.
off of New Jack City,
Yeah.
the 1 and the 2 and you have that coke and shit. You remember? I remember
That was crack.
But you know that
was crack. That was different.
same thinking is how white people capitalize on black people using cannabis and other drugs to do that labor.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to do manual labor without cannabis.
Yeah, exactly.
And I barely know anybody that professionally does manual labor without cannabis. You know, like.
What? That's crazy.
And that's why we're due reparations.
You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of manual work without.
You never did it, huh? You never did no manual work, huh?
But
all right, well, see, that's what I'm talking about.
No. It's better when I didn't do it.
Yeah?
I was more productive.
Well, I believe that.
I got a lot more done.
But weren't there people that was high as shit that got paid the same amount?
Some people got more, but I didn't. The thing is, I would do their work.
Yeah, exactly why I'm smoking weed.
Annoying, though.
Look, I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. My
Like,
integrity
for real.
is pretty high at my job site. It is. But like, man, if I gotta dig ditches or something, I'm definitely gonna get high. I know I'm not gonna be as productive, but whew, I mean, it's gonna make my back feel better.
Oh, now you want to go ahead and use the what's the joints called?
We're getting paid the same.
What's it called again?
There's patches too.
It's patches.
With epidermal,
Yes.
you got epidermal weed patches.
You got the
You
weed
seen the patches?
Yeah.
Yeah, the patches.
I've done the
work.
patches.
The
The patches
patches are actually the
really
most
work.
potent form that you can
Yeah.
get on the market right now.
Yeah,
the
the patches are
go.
amazing.
Real.
You put them right on your vein. They go right to your bloodstream.
And then you be
And-
high.
It's like a different type of high.
Okay,
So
what
every
kind of
high
high
is different. Like if you're consuming the edible or smoking, whatever, everything is different. So you're gonna feel it differently.
Right.
Everybody's different. So I don't know how it might affect you if you don't use cannabis often. You know what I'm saying?
Mo, don't do it. Don't do it. You're not ready, dog.
I know, dog.
Mo, you're not ready, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, right? One time I had like a little piece of a Jolly Rancher, real shit, right? And like a little ass piece. And I was, one of the bartenders gave me a piece of it, and I had a little bit of it, and I had like maybe a cup and a half. And I look over to her, I say, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "She's like, no, Mo, you could drink." And I was like, "I don't smoke." And so, this how I'm talking to her, right? So that's it.
Whispering.
Right? So I fucking get home. I strip down to my boxers and I'm running and sliding back and forth with my socks on, like shh, shh, shh. I'm just
Like
having a
risky
good ass
business,
time,
like
man.
Tom Cruise in Risky Business.
Man, I don't know who the fuck that is. I mean, I know Tom Cruise is, but I
never seen
had
Risky
fun, man. And I never forget it, man. I never forget it. But I was like, I can't be doing this shit. It was good though. It was good.
It was too good. Yeah.
It was too good.
Yeah, man. Enjoy yourself.
You gotta start low and go slow.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I do start low and go
Yeah,
slow.
snowball.
That's how I start off.
And
you know
stay your
what I'm
ass at home.
saying? Well, me and her might have to stay on.
But yeah.
That's cool, man. That's all right there, man. I'm glad, saying that we able to get you out here, for us to have this conversation, great conversation about this cannabis.
Yes.
And, Mel.
Yeah. Give them your information again.
Right.
Yeah. How they
Yeah,
get in touch
the
with
Cannabis Doula. You can find me on Instagram at the Cannabis Doula. You can find me on my website, www.thecannabisdoula.com. The Cannabis Doula Incorporated, we are a 501c3 here in DC. So if you're interested in support with cannabis education, holistic doula services, if you're using cannabis and currently pregnant or wanting to become pregnant or just curious,
Damn.
you can definitely come say hello, schedule a consultation. I highly, highly encourage it. We help families talk to their care providers about cannabis. Of course, there's risks that you want to be aware of if you're consuming cannabis during pregnancy. So I definitely support families in talking to their care providers, becoming a medical cannabis patient, using quality flower and quality cannabis products, which is really important. So come see me. Yeah, we do events and all that kind of good stuff.
I'm trying to get some of this quality cannabis flower myself.
Yeah, I'm hoping to start growing again really soon. I need some space. So if you are like somewhere that I can grow at, or I'm looking for like a space where I can do consultations, and so I partner with dispensaries and nonprofit organizations and all that good stuff. So I have courses. Come take a course.
If you want to if you want to give any shout outs, I mean, feel free to.
Shout out to all my clients. Shout out to the doulas that I'm currently training. I started my second cohort of my cannabis doula training this past May. So we're in month 2, about to head into month 3. So shout out to the doulas who are learning about cannabis. It's very important that we educate ourselves, especially as black people, people of the global majority who have been using cannabis traditionally and holistically since the earliest known uses of the plant. There's a lot of folks still trying to colonize the plant and trying to kind of take over the industry. So it's very important that we are knowledgeable about the history of the plant. Our history, especially as black Americans cultivating the plant during enslavement and all that kind of stuff, that we speak out about reparations and decriminalizing the plant, making sure folks who have been criminalized for the plant get their records expunged and get reparations. And we're all due reparations.
And now it's $1 billion a year business.
Yeah, cannabis was a cash
Can we
crop.
exonerate some of these people that have priors? You know, I know a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Well, look, we're going to end it on that note. This is the Knowing.
The Moe Show. We're going to do it till we can't
do it no more.